Hello there. Haven't done these in a while. We're gonna do a Doom 64 talk. There's quite a few things on my mind that I want to discuss more or less. Like I need to wash my hands because my hands smell like shit right now. But it's just quite a few things. And this is for everyone. Doesn't matter what race you are. Doesn't matter whatever the fuck you want to think. That culture, sexuality, and that this is for everybody. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, as the top of my heart, or my whole heart, or whatever people want to think a heart should be like. Now that I don't wash my hands, I'll be right back. That's like years ago. Obviously, I didn't know she was going to do it, but it's not what to say. Anyway, I'm a little briefly talking to myself. We are going to be. Welcome to the Doom and Talk, where I will be talking about personal and things and other things going on in my life while blowing the shit out of demons like this. Perfection. And when this talk is going on, obviously I probably won't be seeing any messages in that because I don't have anything that shows it. I can minimize the screen that, but whatever, it's just talk. So the whole point of these talks is to generalize what's going on with my life. And obviously, life has been changing dramatically for me. My channel has reached 150 subs. I'm very, very happy for that. 200 subs, I will do a 200 sub announce. And we'll do a questionnaire and I talk about my personal life quite a bit. But there's always things to talk about other than personal stuff. Minor personal stuff, so to say. So like my favorite games and that and stuff like that, which I normally always play. And I normally don't. Now the questions are obviously going to be very tiny. But I am prepared to answer almost anything. Even if it's about how big my cock is, if that's an answer that people like to hear about. Because obviously it gets about as deep as that can go. Ha, 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 ha. Well, anyway. a little sex pun joke. Anyway. Pretty straightforward. But anyway, I like to be straightforward with everything because life is nothing but, obviously people take life a little bit too seriously. And I rather not, and I really don't care that I do or don't. So I mean, it's whatever it is. I take my life seriously, that I want to have massive progress. So unfortunately, certain things, yes, I cannot say on YouTube that, but that's the very minor thing. Talks about lots of stupid ass shit, so it does not matter about that. Because I'm not a political person, so I really don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. I probably won't even fucking vote because I really don't give a shit anymore. I say, hey, something's gonna happen. My one vote surely ain't gonna change absolutely fucking nothing. And I know, people always want to say things like, oh, it could change something. I give it to the people that actually care about this stuff and that. I worry about myself. I worry about the people that care about me, that love me, and that I could joke with and have fun with. That's it. That's all life is for, right? Care about the things you want to care about. I mean, it's up for everybody else. Shit, we be caring about too much crap. Everything be fucking down the tubes. That's how you get two sensitive people. Like one of the girls that work in that, she's a sweetheart in that, but like, I don't know what it is. The way she acts towards me, it's like maybe she has an interest in me. I don't know. I don't know, and I would never know because I don't fucking no. I don't know. So, I got another sub. Holy shit! Well, why? Thank you for the 151st sub. I do appreciate that. I don't know when that happened, but more or less likely, that is incredibly fucking awesome. Obviously, most people that sub are not actually they're private, so. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break from Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I've been playing it for too damn long. If I do anything, I'm just gonna do gathering missions, or just gonna gather a bunch of stuff and make meals. Because the current thing about the trunks, it's easier to level up. Like a little too easy to level up. I don't know why it's so easy to level up in that game, but it is very easy to level up with Trunks side. And I am playing the one with Goku. Oh, music, so beautiful. And 64 music is quite fantastic. But maybe my algorithm changed. Maybe I'll get more subs. Maybe I'll get up to 200 before I know it. That'd be quite nice. I would love to do that. That'd be amazing. Progress is progress. Wherever it goes, I want to punch things and destroy them. Come here. Oh, 64-bit blood. But yeah, it doesn't matter what I talk about in that. If anyone's got any questions, any younger people got questions about things that could be rather important at the age that they might be at, I'd be more than happy to do my best to explain it in the details I need to. So tell you what, nothing sucks worse if you don't know anything about something. Especially if it's something as personal as sex stuff and the stuff that, parents are called the birds and the bees. I say it's sex. It's what sex is there for. It's very obviously it is what it is, and people get all girly-ish about it, which I say they're all like giggle and shit. I talk to a lot of people that do that stuff. I have a couple of them that I talk to in that online that I actually play with in that. Really good people in that. But if you wonder why this is my go-to game, it's because I grew up with this game. This game's been my favorite game for quite a while, and sometimes you just get favorite games. What is up, my man? Haven't seen you on a while. How you doing, bud? You're just kicking in on my Doom talk. I'm just sitting here talking about random personal stuff or just random shit altogether. And playing Doom 64. So what's going on, my man? Nah, I don't do face cams with these. Because my camera messes up a little bit and it's kind of annoying. And to see the full game in that, obviously, it works. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my camera with my PC and that. It seems like it lags out. And it's kind of annoying when it lags out. Because when it lags out, it stops my mic and I won't notice it. And it kind of sucks. Yeah, it really sucks actually. Because I'll be sitting there playing, then all of a sudden my camera will go off. It makes a clicking noise when it goes off. But sometimes I won't notice it because I'm in the heat of talking or I'm listening to, you know, the music of this game and that, and I won't pay attention. Yeah, I keep hearing Miles Morales or whatever it is. The Spider-Man game is actually really good. I played Spider-Man on actually PlayStation 2. Actually, it's the one when the actual Spider-Man came out. The new one came out. I think it was the first one came out when PlayStation 2 came out. Yeah, I was right when PlayStation 2 came out. I played that one. It was fun slinging around on webs in that. It was actually a pretty fun game. I'm not gonna lie about that one. Yeah, I had never played the new one before. Yeah, my biggest focus was Dragon Ball Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I'm already go through. I need to beat the Boo. I beat the Boo Saga for Trunks. I need to beat the actual Boo Saga for the normal game. I'm having difficulties leveling up because the game is very different than the DLC and leveling up, which is really trashy. Sega makes great games. I would have to say that. Sega makes really good games. Most of the Sega games got a lot of good animations and they're made really well. You know, most American made games are kind of lacking now. You know, they're putting too much crap in them and they're falling apart. Even though we got Sega America and all that stuff and that, and whatever it is, but like Nintendo is always going to be good. Nintendo always makes pretty decent games now. Oh, you're talking about. I mean, they had for Super NES too, like Carnage. Carnage was amazing. I love Carnage. They had the red cartridge. Remember that shit? It's like a light red cartridge. Yeah, that was the shit. That was actually a really good game too. The beat 'em up in that, really good beat 'em up. Yeah, I remember all that crap, dude. I mean, that's when strategy RPGs were huge. I remember playing all the Shining Forces and that. I'll tell you why I liked Shining Force 1 and 2. I played them so much. I say them two are probably one of my favorite games till when 64 came out. Doom 64 is Doom 64, Duke Nukem 64. Mario 64 was fabulous. Mario 64 was very, very good. They did a massively good job on that one. It definitely made it really interesting. And then, of course, you have the PlayStation. And you had the Xbox era with Halo when Halo first came out. Halo was amazing when it first came out. I played that so much. I don't really go back to it too much. This is a game I go back to a lot. You never played Doom 64? I suggest you give it a try. Doom 64 is very good. It's easy to play. It's fun to play. Got a lot of blood and gore. A lot of things blow up and shit. You got all these cheats in that you can fuck around with and that. A lot of people don't remember that. Yeah? PlayStation 2 is still very huge. I mean, I got one sitting right next to me. I got a wonderful game in there, actually. It's called Shining Force Neo. If you could buy Shining Force Neo, I suggest you get it. It's a good action RPG. I mean, really fucking good. It's probably the best I played in a while. I'll tell you the truth. It is very, very good. But yeah. It's always good to look out for games like that because you'd be very surprised how great they are. Because a lot of people don't do that. They don't, look at what lied in the past that was actually really good. I mean, people play fucking Fortnite, for God's sakes. Fortnite's graphics are fucking shit. I mean, like, they're the basic fucking graphics. People play Fall Boys. Literally, Fall Boys. Oh my god. That game is the dumbest fucking game I've ever seen. It is so fucking stupid. Man, I'm really sweating my ass off, man. Ooh, fuck. That's my t-shirt's tucked in. Oh, sweating my ass off. Okay. But yeah, if you can find yourself a Shining Force Neo game, I suggest getting it. The only thing that's wrong with it is that, two things wrong with it. It lags when there's a lot of people around, because the processor can't keep up when there's too many people around. And secondly, the dialogue kind of sucks. It's kind of lame. But hey, you know what? You got great gameplay. The story's great. The dialogue's just kind of shitty. The gameplay's fantastic. The story's really good. It doesn't take place with any of the other Shining Forces if you ever played Shining Force 1 and 2. It's still a very, very good game. Now, honestly, I wish I could play it on stream. I need to get a connection card or whatever it is to my PC. Yeah, God of War 2 is amazing. Yeah, I know about SmackDown. I never played. I mean, I played it. I played a lot of wrestling games, but on PlayStation 2. I played a lot of God of War 2. I didn't play. Bully, I heard, was really fucking good, actually. This is fucking stupid fun. This is really stupid fun. You do a lot of cool shit. See, games back then, they were more brutal and more honest to like how people would act. But nowadays, games are not like that completely. That's why I like playing the older games. More, you know, more realistic. Even though there's realistic graphics in that, but they're still not like... God of War had sexual themes in it. You actually would show girls with titties and shit. They show big-breasted women in that. Which was fun to see. The girls had huge boobies in that, so it was actually nice. Because you were God of War, you know? You want to have... Why'd you not have big titty women next to you? Pleasuring you like Duke Nukem in that. And Duke Nukem Forever had the girls giving him a fucking blowjob at the beginning. And gagging on him and shit. That's how games are. That's how real life is. Real life's not just, you know, sunshines and rainbows and fucking all that stupid shit people want to think it is. I say be more open with your life. You know, if you want to talk about that stuff, talk about it. That good thing is good. Yeah. I remember that shit. You get to see fucking hot fucking big old fat titty girls. Yeah. They don't do that anymore, honestly. 'Cause they feel like it's too much. If it was too much, then why... I looked up porn when I was 6 or 7 years old. I mean, who gives a shit, honestly? I was looking up fucking hentai porn. Watching fucking, you know... Looking up pictures and that. Printing them out and then hiding them underneath my fucking bed. Yeah, I mean, honestly, sexuality is always going to be... Because most people that don't go through those ropes when they're little like that... I mean, obviously you don't be taught that, but if you find out about it... There's nothing wrong with that. It's nature's calling, you know. And obviously, you know, having sex with a woman and that's going to be a little bit more different because you're a kid. But obviously, just, you know, going through the motions and that. You gotta do it anyway. And there was this one show or movie called Show Me Girls or Showgirls. And it was about a woman that was a stripper. And she would, you know, it would show her breasts and show her butt and that. They never really show a lot of like pussy in that, but they always show a lot of boobs. I think boobs are okay if you want to show boobs because people get so finesse about it. It's just like whatever. You know, when a girl looks at a guy, they're gonna look at their chest, they're gonna look at their arms, they're gonna look at specific things that make them feel aroused. And guys can walk around half fucking naked. When girls do it, it gets a little stupid. People are like, you can't be doing that. Whatever, who cares? But yeah. Yeah, I played... God of War 1 came out when I was in high school. It came out, I think, in like 2006 or something like that. Not even then. No, it wasn't 2006. I was like in 7th grade when it came out. This came out when PlayStation came out. PlayStation 2 came out like 2001 or something like that, or 2002. Well, that's just what it is. I'm the same thing. I mean, I'll go back to games like this, but it's the atmosphere, it's the story behind it. Because you have a big brain, and your friends are probably just mindless morons, just to say, because they want to be competitive. They want to see who has the bigger dick. And to me, it's just stupid. Yeah, I've always been a big in the strategy RPG leveling up systems and that. Because most games have it anyway, so it doesn't even matter, honestly. You know, it wasn't for RPGs, you wouldn't have any of these games we have now. You wouldn't even have first-person shooters. Because, like, everything started with a simple video game. Not only they were sports video games, but no one cares about sports video games because they're pieces of shit anyway. But back in the old days, sports games were pretty fucking nice, to tell you the truth. NBA Jam for the Sega Genesis was probably one of the best basketball game I've ever played. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I played a little bit of Medal of Honor in that. Like, Call of Duty wasn't really big. Medal of Honor was a lot big. I played Red Faction. Red Faction was huge. I love Red Faction a lot. It was hard to control because the aims were inverted. But back then, you learned how to do that. You learned how to have inverted controls and shit. You had to learn how to play a game. When I first picked up a Mo control and that, I didn't know how to play it at all. You know, when I play, you know, I had to look at the buttons that playing Street Fighter and shit. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Yeah. That's how it was, though. No. I mean, if I could live in the past to where I could just play games. I guess I have to kill this one. No? I would like to live back in the 90s and that. I love Sega Genesis. I love the older games. I mean, if not, I'll probably start playing Shining Force 2 again on my, on my PlayStation 4 games. I already went through it before, but I would love to go through it again. Grand Theft Auto 5? Not really. I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto 3. Grand Theft Auto 3 was amazing. I didn't play San Andreas. I didn't play that stuff. Grand Theft Auto 3 was my go-to game. I played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto online with a friend. Yeah, but Grand Theft Auto 3 was my go-to game. Like one of the games that I also played a lot of, I played a lot of Disgaea or Disgaea. It's a good animated strategy RPG with a huge amount of elements in it. That is a really good game. Yeah, they did. There's a lot of multiplayer games like N64 and all that stuff in that. A lot of like people would buy. I remember buying the 4 switch thing. We could have 4 controllers. We did that shit a lot too. To play a 4-player game co-op and shit. They had internet back then, but internet wasn't nearly as good. It was a little wonky. But they had it though. I remember going on the browser thing on the PlayStation 2. Good times. Good times. Not popular in India. Well, I mean, Nintendo and PlayStation kind of made Nintendo made their own games in that. But yeah, like PlayStation 2 was probably one of my favorite PlayStations, other than 1, because 1 was the first of its kind. Obviously, it's gonna be, really good. But yeah, playing like Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X was amazing. I love Final Fantasy X a lot. It was probably my second favorite Final Fantasy, other than 7. Which I might be streaming 7 again. So if you like Final Fantasy 7, when I start, I'll be streaming the full game again until I get to the last part, because I can't show the last part because it keeps blocking all the scenes and it's fucking ridiculous. I don't know why PlayStation does that, but blocks the last one. Yeah, it came out in like 2000. I think it came out in 2001 or 2002. So I remember when I got it in that we were, yeah, we got it like a couple years after it came out. Because my one friend, because we ended up moving in the house that I've been living in for the last like 20 years. And I remember going over to his house and then he had a PlayStation 2. I was just like, wow, what's this? I played the Bouncer game, whatever the fuck it's called, like Bouncer. And It was an alright game. I mean, it was a beat 'em up game. It was 3D beat 'em up. It was pretty cool. You get special abilities in that. You can use like body slams, do a bunch of wrestling moves in that on people. It was pretty good. That's what I figured. 2001. Oh, am I missing a button? But yeah, that was the exclusive too. That bouncer game. They made that exclusive. I mean, it wasn't the best fucking game, obviously. It was pretty good. Damn it. Oh. Final Fantasy X made PlayStation 2 amazing. Sims. Yeah, I got PS2 sitting right there with that Shining Force Needle in there. I can't play it right now because I don't have the right connections. I need to get an HDMI cord. So I'm gonna have to go up the game or Slackers or whatever. It's like a department sort of has like regulated stuff because people make a lot of companies make a lot of off-brand controllers and that. I got an off-brand PlayStation 2 controller. It's actually a better one. It's actually really good. Okay, make a tag. Yeah, I can talk about that stuff all day long. I really like it a lot. That's why I'm waiting for my. I can't wait for my YouTube channel to take off because I can start using the money from YouTube to start like producing an actual like good amount of content that can be playing all the older systems and that. Even though most of the games you can play off Steam and that because almost everything's on PC. That's where I got this game from. I got it from, well, Microsoft because I have a Microsoft computer, so I can play all the Microsoft games and that. But yeah, I definitely look up what kind of games you can get for PS2 because there's a lot of them. And there's a lot of good ones too. I mean, sadly, but surely I don't have a lot of PlayStation 2 games. There's one that you should get if you can find it called Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Gauntlet Dark Legacy was amazing. Well, see, that's what it is. So, like, people don't understand that you don't need to have all the newer consoles and that. So, like, with how I see in that, if I can live back in the past and not know anything about what's happening, and I just have a normal job and that, and just like maybe have a flip phone or a smartphone and that, maybe, and live in the past where I just play N64 and PlayStation 2 all the time. I know the games that I like, and I play through the games. I play through over and over and over and over and over again. And then I would fall in love with it all over again. It wouldn't even matter. You know how many times I played Final Fantasy VII? Probably at least 50 times. How many times I beat it? Maybe 20. I beat the remake probably about 3 or 4 times already. Well, that's the whole point. You definitely have it. Like, you know, that's what it should be like. I'm playing Doom 64. I can play this game for hours. The same fucking levels. And just be so inversed with it. I mean, sometimes I'll get bored of stuff and that. Obviously, I'm a streamer and that, so it's easier for me to stream and play. Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie about it. But, like, it's so amazing to see that people can enjoy Atari. My nephew, he played Atari a lot. He played Atari. Every time he get home from school and that, from kindergarten, from first grade and that, he played Atari and that, and he would love it. And it's fucking Atari. So once again, it's never been about the graphics. All it's been about is imagination. How much imagination could you put into a game so people could be like, wow, that's amazing? Exactly the point. That's what video games are there for us to imaginate that if that is real or not. See, nowadays they want to make everything so realistic. And when it's so realistic, it kind of falters because you're just like, okay, it's realistic. Like God of War 1, God of War 2. You know, when you first saw those, you know, somewhat, I guess they were pretty decent, you know, pixelated tits and shit. It was astounding. It was realistic, but it was also fantasy too. Because girls don't have big boobs like that, at least not a lot of them. So, there you go. Not really real. But like this game right here, you know it's a game, has animation in it. That's why I like Sega games so much. And Nintendo games, for instance. They're animated. Okay, bud, I'll see you when I see you, man. I'll probably be going to bed a little bit because it's pretty late where I'm at. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I'll see you around, man. Am I fucking lost? I think I'm lost. I got the yellow card. I unlocked all that shit. If I did. Oh yeah, it's right here. After this. No, it's just a secret doorway. Huh. Yeah, I'm still gonna continue that talk and that because it's very important. Like every time I play those just nostalgic games like this, I'm always like, man, it feels good to go back and play these games. Because, you know, I'm an older man that I'm not getting any younger. And I grew up with these games. I grew up with a lot. That's really I like watching Angry Video Game Nerd. He goes back in the past where the shitty games suck ass. The thing is, were they shitty? No, I can't say they were shitty. Back then they were what they were. Oh. Sorry, I get some water in me. I have a feeling I don't drink enough water, so I've been trying to drink more water. Am I really fucking lost today? Oh, no, I gotta go up here. There it is. Okay, I'm not lost. But yeah, they give a sense of wonder, and I've been seeing a lot of live action horror games like The Quarry or that one game on Divided or what the fuck it's called. It's like a mystery horror game. that you have to do certain things and that certain activities and that to be able to sit there and like you're not even actually playing a fucking game. You're basically just doing a checklist of stuff. This is a horror game. Plasmophobia was a horror game, and now Plasmophobia kind of sucks. They definitely fucked that one up. That game used to be very, very scary. And now it sucks. But people still play the shit out of it. People play the shit out of it. Alright, shoot each other. But yeah, I work today later on. I'm probably gonna go to bed a little bit. I'm probably gonna get on some Final Fantasy VII, stream that for a couple hours, I guess. Even though I love Dragon Ball Z, and I do, the game's getting very, very tedious right now. So I'm gonna have to take a break from it. I might get back on and do the Goku Beer Saga. But I'm definitely gonna have to do something and try to get my meals up as high as I can get them. I need to get the double meal thing because that's gonna be very, very important. So if I could do that, it'd be a lot more easier to gain more stats, and the stats are quite ridiculous to gain because you have to gain like thousands and thousands of stats, tens of thousands of stats, and it's massively tedious, like outrageously tedious. Ooh. Heard that noise. But I have to say, work's going pretty good. Hopefully that guy doesn't be a dick anymore. It's the second time he's been caught being an asshole. It's more or less likely our GM's gonna end up fucking getting rid of her. You know. Whee. I had my little talk. Because I was starting to get to know a lot of the girls of the place, and that's all I wanted to do. And some of them were thinking that I was trying to get with them. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to get with you. Try to get to know you. That's it. Try to get to know you. I don't know nothing about you, so I'm trying to get to know you. So I ask questions, not like a man should to get to know someone. That. So that's out of the way for the most part. So now that I know the bulk of the women that do working at my work, I care to not, do anything with any of the new girls as I get to know them, because unfortunately it doesn't matter because they're already going to be talking about me anyway, asking who I am. It's already going to be happening, so it doesn't matter. Oh my god, where's that at? It's over here. Yeah, I might get back on Dragon Ball Z and do a massive like gathering run. But I'm actually psyched to be at work. Every time I take my 2 days off, and then I always get really psyched to be back at work and that. Because I do. I like my job. I like my job quite a bit. It's not because I work around a lot of gorgeous women and that. Yeah, I see it so much, and I really don't give a shit about that. This part's a little awkward because it's not a button you press, it's something that you go to that activates that. It's really confusing. I never understood how this works. I think it's just a matter of time if you go into a different place. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be good up to 151, but hey. See, I don't understand what it is that activates it. Is it light right here? Hey, I never understood. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's the pattern right there. The pattern right there. Oh, okay. Now that makes a lot of sense. Oh man, it's so fucking screwed in here. Temperature fries up. Yeah, this part is actually a pain in the ass if you don't have a good amount of ammo, or if you don't have unlimited ammo like I do. Animation's so good that they actually do hit each other. They actually will aggro each other and kill each other. Yeah, which is what you want them to do, even though it takes forever to kill them. I haven't put on my rings in a while. I have tungsten rings that actually regulate energy flow quite a bit when I wear them. I haven't worn them in a while. I don't know what I want to eat today. I ended up grabbing some hot dogs from, watch, I ended up drinking a protein shake over there. I ate a whole bunch of fucking nachos now because I'm staying up and I need carbs. A whole bunch of nacho chips and that. But we're definitely going to do a Q&A thing for 200. I think 200 is a good mile marker. I think I might actually watch some anime. There's an anime I actually want to watch quite a bit of. Since I'm a streamer, and it's actually rather difficult for me to keep up with little things in that. So normally when I take breaks, and I normally go on and I will watch anime while I'm talking, let the people know. I don't know how long the streams are going on. I'm not sure if we're going over a little bit now. Let's go check. Okay, streams are going on for almost an hour now. Let's kind of crap in here. Blah. Blah. Oh. But yeah, not a lot of people know that I stream at work, but they don't know my thing because I don't normally. I chat a couple on them, like people that know me and that. And I said, just subscribe and that, you know. That's all you do, subscribe. If you don't want to watch my streams and that, you don't have to watch them that. I remember getting up to 100 was actually rather difficult. I was plateaued at like 98 for a while. And I started having like people that I knew get me up to 100, and all of a sudden, you know, bam, I get up to 150 in a matter of like a month after that. So I'm expecting, hopefully, to be at 200 before the end of next month. That'd be about a ratio I'd like to keep. And then I want to be monetized before the end of this year. If it could be faster, it'll be faster. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, there's only so many games I can play, so the streams are going to be regulated based upon what I do in my life and the things I like to talk about in general. And most times, talk about a lot of anime now. If you want to go through a whole Dragon Ball thing, I'll talk about Dragon Ball all day long. I might have to rewatch some of the stuff. So I know Dragon Ball Z the back of my hand. I've watched it so many damn times, it's very obvious. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Gameplay is great. The only problem is the leveling up system is a little slow. Now, granted, it gets better if you get King Kai's thing up all the way. Yes. The more likely chances of maxing it out before you beat the game is very slim. So, rather defeats the fucking purpose. It really does. It's like... Okay. I get it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be about it right now. I think I'm gonna go watch some anime on that. Um, I will do a 200 celebration whenever I hit 200. I'll probably do it on my days off. So if I do go over 200, I'm not gonna care honestly. I'll go try to still do it. I didn't do 101 because I wasn't expecting to get that high of numbers honestly, but I seems like people really enjoy talk about the past and talk about all things that well these beautiful games have given us. That gave us a lot. Gave us hope. Gave us de-stressing. They gave us a way of living too. I say, who doesn't want to go home to video games that you like and love to play? I did when I was little. I don't know how many times I would say I don't care about school, I just want to play video games all day. And I did. Fell in love with it. Played them over and over again. Was competitive in that because I had brothers in that. Now I saw my brother play the new Diablo 2 Resurrection, and I really want to get back on it because I really enjoyed that game. So I might do that. Well, anyway, I'm gonna be getting off. It doesn't matter if I save or not. I really don't care. I'm gonna sit here probably for a little bit and chit chat. Let's. Well, anyway, I do got a whole bunch of other games I can play in that. I do got Diablo Resurrection. I got Vampire the Masquerade, which I played a little bit of. Alice the Madness Returns. I played that quite a bit. I do got Borderlands 2. Albion was pretty good. I do got Monster Hunter Rise. I do got the normal Monster Hunter 2. I got Succubus, which is actually a pretty gory, very perverted game on Steam. Steam's got there's Succubus right here. Summer version lacks a bit with the latest update of Succubus, Kickback shows a lot of shows full frontal nudity. Pre-sequel sucks ass. This one's same thing, rather pervertedly. Yeah, of course you got that. I never played that. This is strictly just perverted. Same thing with this one. This is strictly just perverted. But yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is pretty good. Got Duke Nukem Forever. This couple games I haven't really played yet. I do want to get back on Succubus and that, but unfortunately I can't stream it, which sucks. But I can't stream it. But it is what it is. Anyway, you guys have a good one. That my ass is getting off, and I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for everything. Let's make this progress together. So, well, I'll be entertaining you probably for the rest of my life until the day I die, which hopefully won't be for another 70 years. So you'll get 70 years of my ass being a dick and speaking as much truth as can. But we'll see what happens. You guys have a good